Good day, my dear science students, and today we will be continuing the topic that we have discussed last week, and specifically, it is in genetics in non-Mendelian patterns of inheritance. And one of those is that the incomplete dominance. When we say incomplete dominance, it is a heterozygote shows a phenotype that is intermediate between the two homozygous phenotypes. Neither allele is dominant over the other. And I have here an illustration showing the Punnett square that it shows a cross between red and white Four-o'clock flowers in this figure 1. So as you observe, there are pink flowers, no? At makikita ninyo yung white at saka yung red ay wala dun sa loob ng Punnett square. Ibig sabihin lamang yan ay combination ng red and white ang pink. Kaya naman yan yung lumabas. So in complete dominance, no, nakikita lahat ang trait na mayroon doon sa parents or doon sa organism na ating krinos. So as you observe, no, in incomplete dominance, there will be no recessive trait. Nakikita lahat ang mga trait na meron doon sa organism. Okay? So, the next slide. An example of incomplete dominance is flower color in four-o'clock plant, like those shown in figure 1. When a pure red-flowered four-o'clock plant is crossed with a pure white-flowered four-o'clock plant, the offspring will produce neither red nor white flowers. So, ibig sabihin, krinos natin yung white at saka yung red flower, walang mapuproduce na red and white flowers. Instead, all flowers will be pink. So yan po ang incomplete dominance, mga students. Okay? So next slide, in incomplete dominance, it is only the phenotype that is intermediate. The red and white alleles remain separate and distinct. So half the gametes of the pink four-o'clock carry the alleles for red and half carry the allele for white. Therefore, the genotypic ratio also becomes the phenotypic ratio. Ibig sabihin lang na yon, no, kung ano ang genotypic ratio ng ating organism dito na ating ginawang example, no, siya rin ang magiging phenotypic ratio. So as you can see, meron tayong 4 na pink na flowers at meron din tayong 4 na RW. Yung RW letters, which we call it as an allele, no, through the interpretation of letters, sila yung ating mga genotypes. At pag sinabi naman natin yung mga pink na flowers dito, sila naman yung tinatawag nating phenotypes. So yun yung pagkakaiba ng genotypes sa phenotypes. Actually, you've already learned that during your grade 8. So next slide. In complete dominance, another example is the flower rose where the parents are red and white and the offspring is pink. So the same, no? Dun sa 4-o'clock flowers, no? Kapag krinos ang red at white, ang kinalalabasan ng kanilang nagiging offspring ay pink. So yan po ang another example for incomplete dominance. So I have here an activity entitled My Incompleteness Complete Me. So what you are going to do is that you're going to fill in the Punnett squares, no? But before, no, what is the use of Punnett square? Of course, you know that already. Now, ang Punnett square, it is used to predict the possible offspring of an organism. So you're going to fill in the Punnett square with the correct genotypes based on the key pictures that illustrate incomplete dominance. Then answer the following questions. Provide a separate sheet of paper for your answers. So let's do it, class. Okay, so there are purple eggplant, violet eggplant, and white eggplant. So as you can see, yung mga letters na ininterpret sa mga eggplant na ito, no, sa purple eggplant, parehas capital letter. Si violet eggplant ay merong malaking letter na E at maliit na letter E. At si white eggplant, parehas na maliit. So ibig sabihin, yan yung kanilang mga alleles interpretation. So now, there are questions here. Now, what percentage of the offspring will have white fruit if we're going to cross, no, the purple eggplant and white eggplant. Ano kaya ang kanyang kakalabasan? So, you're going to cross them sa pamamagitan ng Punnett square. Ito po iyon. Ano yung nasa Punnett square? Kung nakikita ninyo, yung cross ng capital letter E and capital letter E, krinos siya sa small letter E and small letter E. Yun ay tinatawag nga natin na purple eggplant and white eggplant. Ano kaya ang kanyang magiging offspring? So let's cross them. The first one, okay, capital letter E at small letter E kasi 'di ba kung nakita ninyo, alam na naman ninyo 'yan kung paano mag-cross, no? So, pangalawa, ayan, capital letter E again and small letter E. Okay? Next is capital letter E and small letter E. And the fourth one will be capital letter E and small letter E. So, how many, no? Or what percentage of offspring will have white fruit? May nakita ba kayong white fruit dito sa ating Punnett square na ininterpret? Meron bang dalawang letter E na lumabas? Wala, no? Ibig sabihin, walang white eggplant na lumabas sa ating interpretation sa pamamagitan ng Punnett square. So, what percentage of the offspring will have violet fruit? So, meron ba tayo nakitang violet fruit? Ano nga ang interpretation ng letter ng violet fruit? Yes, capital letter E and small letter E. Okay? So, kung makapansin niyo sa Punnett square, lahat yan, no, ay violet fruit or violet eggplant kasi lahat ay capital letter E and small letter E. So, mayroon tayong 4 na violet eggplant. Okay? So, kung sa percentage yan ay 25% each offspring. So, ang kinalabasan is 100% siya na violet eggplant. Okay? So, next, we have, i-cross naman natin si heterozygous, no, violet eggplant at saka si heterozygous violet eggplant. So, pareha silang heterozygous violet eggplant. So, pag sinabi natin heterozygous violet eggplant ay ano? Or should I say violet eggplant na lang yun, na rin yun, no? Or heterozygous violet eggplant nga. Okay? So, pag krinos natin daw sila na parehas heterozygous, ano kaya ang kalalabasan? Kung makapansin ninyo, no, if we're going to cross them, okay, the first one we have, ayan, parehas na capital letter E. Okay? Kasi malaki dun sa taas at dito sa baba ay malaki din. Okay? Pangalawa, isang maliit at isang malaki. Pangatlo, isang malaki at isang maliit na letter E. At pang-apat, no, ay parehas na letter E. Maliit na letter E. Okay? May question ulit tayo dito. What percentage of the offspring will have purple fruit? May nakita ba kayong purple fruit? Na purple fruit? Yung parehas capital letter E? Yes, meron tayong isa, no? So meaning to say, meron tayong isang purple eggplant at 25%, no, possible na purple eggplant ang lalabas. Okay? At pangalawa, what percentage of offspring will have heterozygous fruit? Ilan ang may heterozygous fruit? Pag sinabi nating heterozygous, isang malaki na letter E at isang maliit na letter E. Very good. Meron tayong dalawa. So yan ang heterozygous fruit, okay? Dalawa ang ating heterozygous fruit. At kung mapapansin natin, no, may lumabas na white eggplant. Merong isa na white eggplant. So kung susumahin natin or if we're going to analyze them, no, meron tayong isang purple eggplant, meron tayong dalawang heterozygous violet eggplant at isang white eggplant. Okay? Are you following? Okay. Next. Okay. So i-cross naman natin si purple eggplant at saka si violet eggplant. Okay? So, first, okay, meron tayong dalawang letter, capital letter E. Sunod ay capital letter E again. Pangatlo, capital letter E and small letter E. And the last one, okay, capital letter E and small letter E. So, nakakasunod ba kayo, class? Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito yung ating mga tanong. What percentage of the offspring will have purple fruit? Meron ba tayo nakitang purple fruit? Ano ba yung purple fruit? Parehas na malaking letter E. So meron tayong dalawang nakita. Tama? Okay, and another question, what percentage of the offspring will have white fruit? Meron ba tayong white fruit na nakita? Wala, no? Meron lang tayong nakita dito na dalawang capital letter E and small letter E. At yun ay violet eggplant, okay? Okay, so isa yun sa mga halimbawa, yung purple eggplant, violet eggplant, and white eggplant. Ngayon, dahil master nyo na kung paano mag-cross ng mga organism katulad nga ng eggplant, no? Ngayon, itong situation na to, kayo naman ang gagawa sa inyong mga activity notebook. So, in some birds, black feathers are incomplete dominant over white feathers. A bird with an allele for black, capital letter B, no? And capital letter B feathers, and an allele for white, capital letter W, and capital letter W feathers will be gray or BW, parehas capital in color. What would be the phenotypic ratio among the offspring of a gray female mated with a black male, gray male, and white male? So you're going to answer that, and we will answer on the following days. So ganito siya pag nilagay natin siya sa Punnett square, okay? Okay, so when we cross them, ganito siya nakalagay siya sa Punnett square. So yung una ay capital letter B, W, cross to capital letter B and capital letter B. The second one, capital letter B and capital letter W, cross to capital letter B and capital letter W. Okay, so the last one, capital letter B and capital letter W, cross to capital letter W and capital letter W. So guys, yan, pakisagutan ninyo at I'll be asking you, no, for some comments here kung naintindihan ninyo ang ating lesson. So for now, that's it. Thank you.